Ever think about what goes into making those spa-like bathrooms you see in magazines?
Or those, like, super sleek modern ones.
Yeah.
The waterfall showers and the...
Yeah, exactly. Well, today we're doing a deep dive on the career of a bathroom fitter.
Oh,
And
cool.
let me tell you, it's way more involved than just like putting in a toilet.
Right, I bet there's a lot more to it than people realize.
Totally. We're using RoleCatcher as our main source today. They've got this incredible platform for all things job hunting related, but today we're focusing on the nitty-gritty of bathroom installation.
Okay, so, like, what does RoleCatcher say about what this job actually entails?
Well, they break it down into all these different stages, from like initial measurements and demolition to the actual installation of everything. It's wild. They even talk about the importance of
Wait, hold on. Demolition, are we talking, like, sledgehammers and stuff?
sometimes, yeah, they don't sugarcoat it, but they also talk about the design aspect, which I thought was really interesting. Apparent.
So it's not just about plumbing?
Nope. Rollcatcher found that something like almost 70% of the job involves design skills.
Wow, seriously.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So you're not just putting in fixtures, you're actually helping to create a whole look and feel.
Exactly. It's like being an architect, but for your bathroom. You're taking these raw materials and turning them into this functional and, hopefully stylish space.
That's pretty cool. So it's like a blend of creativity and, like, technical know-how.
Right. And speaking of technical, it's not just your grandma's pink-tiled bathroom anymore. Rollcatcher talks about how technology is changing the game with things like smart toilets and all these water-saving
Oh,
features.
I've been seeing those, like toilets that flush themselves and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And like shower heads that light up or whatever.
It's kind of wild how even a traditional trade like this is evolving with all the new tech.
Right. So, Rollcatcher goes into detail about the career progression in this field, from entry level all the way up to senior fitter.
Hmm. I'd be curious to know what they say about that.
Well, it sounds like at the entry level, it's all about, learning the ropes, assisting more experienced fitters, maybe getting very acquainted with a caulk gun.
Yeah, makes sense. You got to start somewhere, like an apprenticeship almost.
Yeah, exactly. Then, as you become a junior fitter, you get a bit more independence. You start taking on projects, maybe smaller ones at first.
Oh, cool. So it's like that moment when you're finally allowed to, like, bake a cake by yourself without your parents hovering over you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something like that. But then it gets really interesting when you reach the experienced level.
What happens then?
According to Rollcatcher, that's when problem solving becomes super crucial.
Oh, I bet. Because not every bathroom is going to be a perfect square, right? You're going to run into weird angles and pipes and stuff.
Totally. You've got to think on your feet and figure out solutions on the spot.
So you go from following the instructions to, like, writing the instruction manual?
Exactly. And then the pinnacle, the peak, senior fitter level.
What does a bathroom fitter overlord do, I wonder?
Well, according to Rollcatcher, you basically become the maestro of the bathroom.
Haha, the maestro, I like.
Right. You're overseeing projects, managing clients, maybe even mentoring those junior fitters.
Wow, so you've gone from caulking to coaching. That's a journey.
It really is. And of course, you have to stay on top of all the latest trends. Speaking of trends, I'm dying to hear more about all this high-tech bathroom stuff. Rollcatcher mentions some seriously cool things.
Oh, yeah, it's not just about fancy shower heads anymore, is it?
Definitely not. We're talking smart toilets, self-cleaning surfaces.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Self-cleaning surfaces. Tell me more.
Self-cleaning, sign me up. But really, this whole sustainability thing in bathrooms, it's pretty awesome.
It's huge, and it makes total sense, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking about saving water, using energy-efficient heating systems, even using eco-friendly materials for the actual fixtures.
It's like bringing the whole eco-conscious thing right into your bathroom. No more guilt trips about those long showers.
Well, maybe not no more guilt trips, but it definitely shows how important sustainability is becoming in every part of our lives, even down to, like, brushing your teeth.
Totally. But okay, let's say someone's listening to this and they're thinking, bathroom fitting, that sounds kind of cool, but like, what if I don't want to be doing that forever?
Right, it's not for everyone, for sure.
Exactly. But the cool thing is, Rollcatcher talks about how this job actually gives you a bunch of skills that you can use in other careers, too.
Oh, yeah, they had that whole section on adjacent career paths. It's pretty cool, actually.
So, like, what? A bathroom fitter walks into a kitchen and suddenly they're a kitchen fitter.
Huh. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, a lot of the skills transfer over pretty directly. Plumbing's plumbing, right?
Right.
Whether it's a sink or a shower. But it goes way beyond that, too.
Okay, like what else?
Well, think about the problem-solving aspect.
Right.
I bet you anything, every bathroom's different, right? You're going to run into weird layouts, cramped spaces, whatever.
Totally. Like trying to fit a jacuzzi tub into a closet-sized room.
Exactly. So you have to be able to think on your feet, come up with creative solutions, and make it work.
Sounds like you need the patience of a saint and the mind of an engineer.
Pretty much. And then there's the whole communication piece, too. You're dealing with clients, their visions, their budgets.
Oh, I bet those conversations can get interesting.
For sure. So you have to be able to explain technical stuff in a way that anyone can understand, manage expectations, and basically make sure everyone's happy in the end.
So we've got problem solving, spatial reasoning, client communication.
Well,
It's like this hidden treasure chest of useful skills.
exactly. And those are valuable no matter what you do, whether you're managing projects, dealing with customers, or just navigating the, ups and downs of any job.
Totally. It's about being adaptable, resourceful, and having that human touch, right?
Exactly. And speaking of the human touch, RoleCatcher talked about how automation is changing the whole hiring process these days.
Oh, yeah, right. With AI doing interviews and everything, it's kind of wild.
It is pretty crazy, and it's making those human skills even more important.
How so? I would think technology would kind of make those skills less important, not more.
Well, think of it this way. If a computer can scan your resume in a second, what's going to make you stand out? What's going to make an employer remember you?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's about showing your personality, your communication skills, all those things an algorithm can't really assess.
So, in a way, even just learning about a field like bathroom fitting, it's like an investment in your future self, in a way.
Totally. You're learning all these skills that are in high demand, even if you never install a toilet in your life.
And that's what I love about these deep dives. We started with something super specific, bathroom fitting, and look where we've ended up.
Right, we're talking about like the future of work.
Exactly. And it all comes back to those core skills, adaptability, communication, and that ever-evolving relationship we have with technology.
Pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It really is. But it makes me wonder, with all this talk about technology and AI and everything, what does that actually mean for the future of a trade like bathroom fitting?
Right, like are we all going to have robot plumbers someday?
Exactly. What did RoleCatcher say about that?
Well, they didn't go full Terminator on us or anything.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. But they did talk about how automation is already changing how the industry operates, even in the hiring process.
So, spill the beans. Are robots going to be snaking our drains anytime soon? What did RoleCatcher have to say?
Well, they weren't predicting like a robot plumber takeover or anything just yet,
Hmm.
but they did make it clear that automation's already shaking things up, like even how they find and hire people in the industry.
Okay, so not so much robots ripping out my toilet, but more like tech doing the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Think like design software that uses AI to map out the bathroom or programs that manage all the schedules and materials for a project makes things way more efficient.
So the tools are getting a tech upgrade, but does that mean, like, the actual skills a bathroom fitter needs, are those becoming obsolete?
Not a chance. If anything, RoleCatcher seem to think this tech stuff actually makes those human skills more important.
Wait, really? I think, like, the more tech does, the less we need humans for, right?
Yeah.
At least in a job like this.
See, that's what gets interesting. Think about it. If tech's handling the routine stuff, what's left is where we shine. Clients still want a person who gets their vision, who can handle problems as they pop up, who can bring that human touch.
So, like, a robot might install a toilet perfectly by the book, but if something unexpected happens or the client wants a last-minute change, you need a human brain to figure that out.
Exactly. It's that mix of knowing the technical stuff and being able to think creatively,
Yeah.
adapt on the fly that's going to be valuable, especially as tech keeps changing things.
So it's not just about being good with a wrench anymore. It's like you got to be this adaptable, tech-savvy problem solver.
Pretty much. And the best part is, those skills, they're useful everywhere, not just in a bathroom.
Which brings us right back to the heart of it. We started with bathroom fitting, seemed pretty specific, but look where RoleCatcher's insights took us.
It's like that saying, everything's connected, right?
Right. Totally. No matter what you want to do career-wise, this adaptability, problem-solving, people skills, that's gold.
Couldn't agree more. It's about valuing good craftsmanship, remembering we're all human here, and never stopping learning as the world changes around us.
Well said. Who knows? Maybe someone listening will ditch their desk job for a toolbox after this, or at least have a newfound respect for the folks who make their bathrooms so nice.
There's definitely more to it than meets the eye, that's for sure.
And on that note, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of bathroom fitting. Huge thanks to RoleCatcher for giving us the roadmap for today's exploration. Remember, listeners, knowledge is power. So whether you're switching careers, fixing up your bathroom, or just curious about the world, there's always something new to discover. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep on diving deep.